Hi everybody, we're here tonight to talk to you a little bit about sherry. We're talking about sherry because it's the fortified wine we're going to use when we make our French onion soup later in this week. Fortified wine are essentially wines that have additional alcohol added to them. Sherry, port, all fortified wines. Sherry is more specific to Spain, Portugal, but made very similar way by adding distilled grape juice or brandy to a wine and then letting it continue to ferment and develop flavor. Interesting thing about sherries though is that they're aged in a Solera, which is kind of a fun thing where they take new wine, and have casks stuck up and down. So giant barrels of wine stack up and down. And they pull wine from each barrel year after year after year until they get to the very bottom. So they take 50% from the top barrel, put that in the barrel below it, so on and so forth until you have a fully developed wine. That's why you won't see like ages on sherries typically, because they're being pulled from old and young wines in particular. For our recipe this week, do not buy an expensive sherry. We're going to be cooking with it. We're not going to be drinking it. It's just to flavor our soup and to help get some caramelization to our onion. This little bottle here that we purchased from the liquor store for maybe all of $7 is what you're going to need for your sherry. We'll kind of pull some of that out so y'all can see what it looks like in this little tasting glass. As you can see, it doesn't have a whole lot of viscosity to it, not getting a lot of legs. It's good to cook with. You can smell it, very sweet, and that's what we really want for our onion soup here in a couple days, is that nice sweet flavor and all that sugar from it to caramelize our onions. This bottle here is a little bit nicer bottle. It's a cream sherry, so which means it's gonna be a little bit of a sweet sherry. It's gonna have a pretty high alcohol content too. This is more something you might want to drink. Also interesting, it's aged in a Solera. You can see it's actually called out there that it's aged in a Solera. You also have this insignia down here that sherry should only be made in a specific area of Spain. And that's what that is. It's a DOC certification saying that this sherry came from that particular area in Spain. I'll pull that out so you guys can see what this little nicer bottle looks like next to the other one. Pretty close, maybe a little more viscous, a little darker in color because it's got some age to it versus this younger sherry that we are just gonna cook with. But again, this is probably more if you want to buy a bottle of sherry and have something you want to try to drink. I'd do something more along these lines. Look forward to seeing you all again on Thursday.
Hey, if you like this video, hit the like button.
Hit the like button.
If you have a feedback, leave it in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe to our show.
Yes, thank you.